Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. PREG is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
The pop culture field,
Hello and welcome to the Pop Culture Field Manual podcast. To our newer listeners, welcome, and to our old listeners, welcome back.
You're deranged individuals.
Oh yeah, dude. Anyways, welcome to the Pop Culture Field Manual podcast, sitting right at the intersection of weapons, action, the military, and pop culture. I'm one of your hosts, Cameron Fath, and I'm sitting here with the beautiful, as always,
Israel Wright. And we didn't introduce ourselves last episode, I don't think.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we're just like, here's Noah Flater.
You were super excited about it. You just jumped into it.
Who cares about us?
Yeah, you don't care about us. You care about who we're bringing on here. We know you guys just taking advantage. But anyways, today we have a great episode about our favorite, or actually what we just want in real life, right? Would you say?
We're doing a vehicles episode.
Yeah, vehicles, baby.
The vehiculars, the transports.
The transports,
that you encounter. Some of our favorites of, video games and movies and TV and stuff like that.
Honestly, some of the vehicles I've ridden on are almost like out of vehicles, and I'm probably going to mention some of those because I want one in my garage.
Yeah.
Those are cool, man. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. Israel, give us one, man.
All right, let's start traditional, and this is actually something that we could talk about because I think both of us have had similar experiences with similar real-life vehicles. But from Halo, the M12 Warthog, man.
Oh, the Warthog,
ATV.
man. The Warthog is iconic. The Warthog is one of the coolest vehicles that I think is in the video game industry, just as far as just like something that can actually be.
Yeah.
Did
you see just going off on a tangent like we do,
the live-action Halo?
The live-action Halo short film. Man.
I didn't watch I saw it was in production. Is it out?
Well, no. I'm talking about the Neil Blomkamp fan film that he made as like a proof of concept.
Oh, really?
Because he had to do a proof of concept like way back when. I think he was going to do that, and then I don't think it worked out at the time, so he did like Elysium instead or something.
Oh, really?
But I saw it. Yeah, you can find it on YouTube. But like, it has a warthog in it. I'm like, yes, this is awesome.
Is it like a legit warthog?
I can't remember if it was CG or not, but like they do some like combat footage, like you looking at it through like an IR lens from a helicopter.
Oh, really?
And he's like going through, and the guy's like firing at it as he's going. It's cool, man.
That's cool. I mean, the warthog is like, hey, it's like classic. Hey, grab the boys. Let's get in the warthog. Let's go.
And I love. I'm driving. Oh, it's open air. You can jump in from any angle.
Angle.
There's not even any like glass on the front.
You're rolling doors out, and you got the Gatling gun. And if you get a rocket launcher in the passenger seat, you're in an unstoppable war machine.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's
the
awesome.
Suspension was a little bouncy.
It was really bouncy
in the game.
And I feel like when you turned, the rear wheels would turn as well. They would like all
there was a bit of a
centipede.
Yeah, I forget what they call that. There's a name for that when the vehicles actually do that with the rear. Is differential or something like that?
I'm not a car guy.
Yeah, I'm not a car guy. I don't know.
All-wheel steering.
Thank you, Magical Chris.
At least we have one real man.
Yeah, that's right. All our guns and military equipment. It's the vehicles that really make it.
The vehicles that we get. Yeah, I change my own oil. Okay, I know how to do that.
The vehicles that I'm most familiar with that this most directly parallels is I of course. The Humvee was the classic.
Yeah, Humvee.
Yeah. Was it still like kind of the main workhorse when you were in? Because I thought they were trying to transition away from
I
that.
actually had they did transition to what is known as the Dot 1, but I don't think conventional or regular Army got it.
Okay.
They might have it now, but the Dot 1 was like the new.
The new hotness.
It was the new hotness when it came. I mean, we got like the first generation. So, when you get like a new thing in the military, it's kind of like the test phase.
Yeah, you got to work out the kinks and add little. We was always like duct tape and stuff and changing things, pulling panels off.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as what the product they gave us, it was super cool. I mean, there was a couple things, but the most notable was the fact that it wasn't your classic driver side, passenger side. The driver wheel was actually in the center of the vehicle.
What?
So it was like a go-kart. So it was still a 5-seater.
Okay.
But you would put 3 people in the front and just like a truck. So you know how like a basic truck has like 3 seats in the front?
Yeah.
So imagine if you took the steering wheel and just put it in the center.
So that you could have like basically a door gunner guy.
Yeah,
on each
you could
side
have
or
2
something
gunners
like that?
on each side if
Interesting.
you could. But the thing that was terrible was the fact that you put 3 full-grown Rangers in that small of a space. It was like we were right, yeah, especially in kit. Like it wasn't that roomy. Mm-hmm. But I mean, the vehicle honestly was, in my opinion, it was more structured. Instead of being a fighting vehicle, it was more structured to be a comms vehicle, because you would probably really like it, because you would be messing with it a lot, because you can run SAT off of it. Like they had all the antennas and everything, and even in the back, the Humvee, it was all emptied, so you can put Joes in the back. There wasn't really room for anybody in the back. Wow. There was still a gunner's hatch and everything, but there was the turbo, because it was running off. It was a really small engine, but they turboed it so it can go a little faster. And yeah, it was super, and that's why it was super quiet, because like you could do airfield seizure and that thing could come right up on you and you'd be like, oh, it's here. Yeah, it was quiet.
That's so funny.
It is, yeah, but the seating issue was like my biggest thing. But as far as like how it drove, and we put it through stress, man. I almost broke one time. Yeah. They're like, just take these vehicles over to the OT range, or the off-road park here, and just go let them have it. And like I jumped it, and we ended up in this like lake thing, and I thought like there was water up to my chest. And I was like, damn it, man! But it made it through it. We made it out of it, and I was like pedal to the metal trying to get out of this pond lake thing, and it just started going. And I thought it was gonna stop, and we'd have to swim out of it, but no, it kept going all the way. I was very impressed. Right on, but yeah, that's probably the closest thing I've messed with that resembles the Warthog.
Oh, that's wild, man. It's funny that the talking about the difference between how something is designed and maybe originally intended or hoped for, and then how it practically works in real life. I actually got to go to a 2-week-long Humvee driving course in Indiana when I was in. And the Humvee was an amazing vehicle. It was kind of, the whole course was designed to show you all the bells and whistles and all the cool aspects of the Humvee. But it's like a clean Humvee with no extra weight, no body armor, no plates,
skeleton.
This is a skeleton, yeah. And that thing could wench itself out of a mud pit. It could go almost vertical, going up and down hills and stuff, but that was when it had nothing on it. It didn't have like a ton of gear, literally a ton of gear on it, a bunch of dudes and stuff like that.
I mean, that's what they gave us, was we had like the bare bones skeleton Humvees, and that's what we kind of drove around before the Dot ones. But it's hilarious just knowing, or at least comparing what like the National Guard, which I'm in now, to what they think is like the newest, hottest tech. It was so funny. I think it was 2019, which was my first annual training. We get down there, and they were like, hey, we have this new vehicle that we're testing that we're really excited about, and it's going to be like the best thing in the fucking world. And I'm like, oh, did they get Dot ones? I was like, wow, California is on top of it. And I get there, and it's literally just a skeleton Humvee, because I'm like, we've had these since like 2012. And the guard's like, this is it, man.
We've arrived.
Yeah, we've arrived. I was like, God damn it. It's because we drive around in like your basic like Korean War Humvees. It's like the old of the old. And I'm just like, wow, you guys. And we still haven't got them since then. It's 2020. It's been like 2 years since then. We still haven't seen them. So go National Guard.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Right on.
But anyways, let's keep it moving.
What do you think, man? What do you got for me?
Dude, this is interesting.
Choose carefully.
This is a super interesting list. The Batmobile? Are you kidding me? So We're talking about Batmobile, not from like the old ones with
Yeah.
George Clooney.
That's right. Not even, not the George Clooney ones, not the Joel Schumacher.
Yeah.
Or even the Tim Burton. We're talking about.
Yeah, the Dark Knight.
That Dark Knight.
Hell yeah, dude. That thing is monstrous.
What was it? The Rumbler?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was called the Rumbler. It was
the Rumbler.
originally
It was
a military vehicle developed for the military, meant to do what was it? Jumping, crossing bridges.
Jumps.
Making a bridge.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? I could not imagine. First of all, you've heard my gripes with the Dot One. So like, as far as just putting asses in seats, that's like a big thing to me.
Yeah.
But the Rambler,
it's like basically
Rambler,
a ground.
The Rumbler, the Rambler, the Rumbler.
Rambler.
Do you think it came with the motorcycle already installed, or was that an aftermarket?
Probably an aftermarket thing.
You think that's an upgrade?
Because like, my Rumbler's. Well, I mean, I got to get back to base. My Rumbler, my $5 billion Rumbler is out. Oh, I can convert to a motorcycle and ride back.
Auto destruct, and we'll create a motorcycle out of one of the. Do you think it has two motorcycles since it takes from one side?
Well, no, I mean, because he went to the middle.
Yeah, he went. Oh, he went.
Yeah, because it converts to the middle, and he kind of lays down as it's getting ready to self-destruct, and then he busts out of there. So you'd have to have. It could only be for one person.
Oh, we just okay.
The Rumbler.
Yeah. So
I think what we all mean to say is the Tumbler.
The Tumbler. So big correction. This is how you know we have no idea what we're talking about.
Hey, we got it before the video and the audio ended, so you can't bash us in the comments section.
No,
okay?
you can't.
We got it.
We know what we're talking about. That's the thing. I saw it in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the spirit of it, if not the letter.
It is. Move on. Go forth and conquer. So the Tumbler.
Yeah. The Tumbler.
Let's just pick a new one.
But here's the thing, well, no, let me just say this. This is I wrote down the idea. I'm going to say the idea. What I loved about the Batmobile is no matter what it was, it always had like gadgets and little doodads and doohickeys that were only designed to do like one thing.
Yeah. Oil spill.
Yeah. Or like I love my favorite. I think is Batman Returns, and he's going down the alleyway, and there's like an even narrower alley, and he like busts off the sides of the Batmobile to go through the alleyway, and then all the cop cars get stuck in there, and so I'm like, that only happens once. Like you better always go down narrow alleyways to make that practical.
Hold on, I have to replace my inflatable unicorn detachment.
Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel.
So it's like that. The Tumbler, is designed to jump across, and like, well, he certainly got his mileage out of him. He's like, I'm gonna go to the roof, and then I have to jump across the roof,
roof to roof.
I have to get my money out of this.
God,
my Wayne tech.
Imagine applying that to like, say you'd ship those overseas. And it's like you got combat engineers making bridges, right? Yeah. You see those motherfuckers just driving this thing, just like, all right, yippee-ki-yay, you boys like Syria? Woo! Jumping over lakes and like making a rope bridge real quick.
Yeah, and they wasn't going to make it because then you up armor it and you add stuff in like you do,
Yeah, that would be too much fun for them.
No contracting for them boys anymore.
Okay. I picked that one.
All right, I'll pick this next one. This one's got to get on the list. It's down on the list, but I'm going to put it up here. Just so we can get in there. But it's the M577 Armored Personnel Carrier, the APC from Aliens.
You're biased, though. Yes, Aliens is your favorite movie ever.
Extremely biased in favor of Aliens.
So that is cool.
But no, I mean, it's I love just all the good times that they have, and it's up armored. It can bust through anything. Ripley busts in there to sub-level 3, gets the Marines out. It does have a very low suspension. Yeah, so that's why she breaks the transaxle. She's grinding metal there at the end,
Exactly. I like the little note that is in here. It probably drives like shit.
Yeah. Doesn't have a very good turning radius. She's hitting the sides, going down to save everybody. She goes over one little bump, and he's like, "You just broke the transaxle." I was like, "All right, well, we're done."
What a useless vehicle. But hey, the concept is cool.
It got him out of there, so it did its job. But I can relate this because, or not relate to the low suspension, but right when we were in Iraq in 2008, they had just started using the MRAPs. The mine-resistant armor protector.
And those got some clearance.
Those are like the Suburbans. Yeah, they actually had problems in training of them actually turning over.
Yeah, I heard they had big. Yeah, the turnover on those was like very high. That's what I've heard. Still,
there were even incidents. Yeah, of guys tumbling over. In Afghanistan, stuff getting stuck. It wasn't good. But it served its purpose.
They look cool as hell.
Yeah, and it's like a big old submarine. It's got a lot of room in the back.
Yeah.
It's got central air, and everything like that. It's got 2 guns, two turrets. You got a main gun, and then a trunk monkey in the back. So we got our use out of them, and we used them a lot when we were in.
I actually never messed around with them.
Never.
Even we had one on our compound that the SF guys had.
Oh.
And we were in mainly strikers. Yeah. So we mainly did strikers, and God, I think they're called Panzers, which was like what we had overseas. As they were like a striker kind of stripped. It was a smaller striker, but it still had the 4 wheels on each side.
Is that with the gate coming down the back?
The strikers are the ones with the gate coming down. Okay. And you can mount the crow system on top of it, which is like you know what the crow is.
Yeah, the remote control. The
remote, the video game, 50 cal. You can shoot the dick off a honeybee from like 500, from like 800 meters with that thing. It's super cool.
Yeah.
You can even program that thing to do like sentry watch. So
no kidding.
Everybody can
just
be
like in Aliens.
Yeah. So you can just like in Aliens.
The sentry guns.
Yeah, but I think it's more of I don't think it'll engage if it sees something, but you can put it on like a program pretty much to like make it seem like somebody's like keeping watch.
That's awesome.
But everybody's just like knocked out in the vehicle. Yeah.
Like Scarecrow. That's awesome. No, I love that. I love that vehicle, but like I said, I'm a little biased,
And extremely biased.
All right, Cameron, what do you say, man? What other transports? What other vehicles
Dude,
we got on this
I like
list?
how the fact that it says starships right here.
That we need to have an entire show just about the starships from Star Trek.
No, it's from technically.
We're talking starships from Star Trek. We're talking Enterprise.
When I think of starship, I think of the mothership from
Independence Day?
No, from the video game. Why am I blanking out on this?
Video game. You're casting abroad now, man. Come on. The video game, the mothership from
that one vehicle from that one video game?
Oh, right. That one video game. StarCraft.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of StarCraft 3 and like the Terran.
StarCraft 3?
Yeah.
When did that come out?
I'm sorry. Is it StarCraft 2?
Yeah, StarCraft 2.
Fake fan, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're such a poser.
Sorry. I stopped playing when like the Swarm expansion came out.
Okay, yeah.
So StarCraft 2, correct me, crucify me. I don't give a shit. Okay.
I'm just glad I was able to nerd out all over you.
Yeah, so StarCraft 2, the mothership from like the Terran, one of the final builds you can get.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I think of when I think of Starship.
Yeah, man.
I think it's badass.
No, I remember I never got into StarCraft 2. But I played the first one way back in the day. But I always loved those. I always thought those things should be able to do everything, but they were really more of an air to surface power.
Yeah,
they couldn't do like air to air. I think that was their weakness.
Yeah.
And then the fighter jets, they were like air to air. That was their super powerful, but they couldn't do air to ground.
I think how hilarious it is when you'd play like the campaign on like StarCraft 2, and you would see them in action, and they literally were the size of like an entire planet. But when you play them in the game, they're like, they're like scaled down. And you're just like, this should be like the entire size of this map.
Yeah, like what's going on here, man?
Scaling issues.
False advertising.
Let's see. If you had to pick what starship comes to mind for you, man? I know we have like Star Trek right here.
If we're talking Star Trek, I think it's got to be somewhere between the Enterprise A through E, right? But I'm trying. You know what? No. I'm gonna choose. It's the Defiant from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. You know, the one with the space station.
No,
you don't know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea.
Star Trek Deep Space Nine was different because it was on a space station, and they had a little it was like a smaller scale, but it was made for fighting. It had a cloaking device on loan from the Klingon Empire.
Oh my god!
And it was fast, and it had quantum torpedoes. Man, so it was a fighter. It was a fighting ship. Not a diplomatic ship like the Enterprise, but a fighting ship. So mine would be the Defiant. I'm gonna show myself out now.
You went off on that. Honestly, all respect to you.
And he's a Green Beret, folks.
And he's a Green Beret. You can do anything.
You can do anything
you put your mind to. Literally,
it takes all kinds.
Yeah.
What about you, man? You tell me starships and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be Star Trek, but what do you think of? Like, you got the StarCraft thing in there. Anything else you admire about the stars? They're just so massive, man. Yeah,
dude, they're so big, and like, obviously, I'm a little bit of a Star Wars fan. I can't be like, oh, they're on loan from the Klingons. But, yeah, But yeah, I the Empire ships. They're cool, man. They're triangles. That's awesome. That's as much as I can go into detail about it. But
dude, the Empire, man, they're no joke, man. It's basically space Nazis.
I mean, it's space Nazis.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, think about it in like real terms. Do you think the Space Force, or do they have starships? Or like, what do you think the closest thing to a starship is? What we have today,
right? I mean, the International Space Station. That's probably
International Space Station, dude.
I mean, SpaceX is going to take us to Mars. So,
we're going to Mars.
Private enterprise.
I wonder what that thing's going to look like,
dude. Even the modern day like SpaceX
space
suits
that they
look awesome, man.
They look like, honestly, they look like Elon Musk was like,
Elon Musk saw Star Trek First Contact and he copied the design exactly.
Yeah, he's like, can you make this functional? And they're like, no. And he's like, I don't care.
I don't care. Here's all the money in the world. They're like, okay, all right.
Yeah, funded completely off Doge. But cool, man. Okay, now that we got that off your chest, because I know you wanted to talk about that for like 6 episodes now.
Yeah.
We should just make an episode based off.
We're gonna have a special extra episode where it's just me talking about aliens for a half an hour and why I love it so much.
Damn, man, that's freaking awesome. Okay, well, we have a couple more here.
Yeah.
And it seems like. What is this? It says your name next to it, and I want you to talk about
these were my personal.
These
are my additions that I wanted to get in there.
Okay, get in there, man. Talk about it.
All right, man. The first one I want to talk about, one of my personal favorites, because I just played it on stream earlier this year, but the Titans from Titanfall 2. Titanfall and Titanfall 2. Because there's like a symbiotic relationship between the Titan, which is the big old mech, and then the pilot, which pilots it from the inside. And then you can kind of separate. You can jump out and do your pilot thing, and then you jump back in, and you're back in the game. You know,
that's cool.
And there's an artificial intelligence side. Every Titan is a little bit different, has a little bit different personality, a little bit different build out. You know, some are like heavy ordnance.
Bonding.
Yeah, exactly. It's
soul bonding from Rick and Morty at the dragon.
Exactly, soul bonding.
Bonding. Oh.
That is exactly what it's like.
That's exactly what happens when you join or when you enter a Titan.
That's right. Yeah. So I just think that's really cool that you like this kind of unstoppable force on the battlefield. You know, this kind of symbiotic relationship between the Titan, this massive weapons, and the pilot and stuff, and splitting off, coming back inside, and coming back together, and it's very sexual and metaphorical.
Now that I think about vehicles, I would consider the Transformers a vehicle.
Would you?
Well, I would.
You can.
I mean, Shia LaBeouf rides around in Bumblebee all the time. It's technically a vehicle.
You're right.
But I'm always so curious as to like what happens if they transform with like multiple people inside of them and they just slaughter whoever's in there.
They're just crushed.
Yeah,
they kind of do that in Transformers 3, I think it was. There's parts where he's like they're trying to get away and he transforms and he like throws them out into the air and he has to transform back and he catches them.
Could you imagine if he totally forgot? He's like, he's like, oh, I gotta get.
Oh, he's like blood in his hip and the area squirting out. Yeah,
Shy.
Shy.
He puts on the radio because he can't speak and it's just like the saddest song. Like,
in the cold
darkness,
November,
my old friend. Dude.
Oh man.
There you go. So Michael
anyway,
Bay. There's an idea for
Transformers and Titans, pretty much the same thing. You know?
Cool.
And then you want to talk about this one?
I like this one.
Yes.
You put it down, and I'm glad the war rig from Mad Max. That shit's awesome. Yeah. I just watched Mad Max the other day.
Wait, for the first time or
no?
Oh, okay.
No. But the newer one, not
the Fury Road. Mad Max Fury Road.
I do like the FX and the cosmetics on that. That's fucking bitching.
Dude, I don't know why those movies stand alone in terms of in the vast array of post-apocalyptic movies. But man, and they just keep getting better from Mad Max to Road Warrior to Beyond Thunderdome, and then Fury Road is like the pinnacle, man. I love it.
As technology gets better and better, we can do more and more.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would kind of hate to be a stunt guy on that thing. Homeboy's shooting a flamethrower off, and I'm like watching the back axis of it hit the vehicle behind it, and I'm just like, take 30. My eyebrows are cinched off, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. I love the war rig because it's almost its own character. It's basically just a semi-tractor trailer.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just kitted out with all the body armor. It's got spikes coming off it everywhere, and you got the war boys. Which they did a good job in that.
They did
of like making them an actual cohesive like unit. It's a military type unit. They didn't just
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. There you go. War
go.
Boys.
The
Yeah,
War
my
Boys.
Half-Life War Boys. Yeah. Just a full contingent. It's like a rolling fortress, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think they were using like huff and spray paint? Like, what do you think their ingredient? Is there a backstory on that I'm just not knowing?
What, on the War Boys?
Yeah, on the War Boys. You know how in the movie they would spray paint over
Oh,
their mouth?
I
and
think
they'd
that
be
I think
would live forever.
Yeah, I think that was just like a final little like nitrous, like silver oxide kind of thing, like
Maybe.
boost, like almost like a kamikaze like mark, because then he
Exactly.
takes those spears, those
Yeah.
bomb spears, and he jumps off. He's like, "Witness me," Oh man, it's
Dude.
so cool.
That movie is super awesome. I'm every time I watch it, I get super excited. I'm like, I wish we were more like. I wish we can breed warriors like that just want to die. And I mean, that's
Maybe
why,
for a more
that's why
noble-
we have the Marine Corps.
That's right.
Yeah,
Awesome,
you're
man.
better than every Marine is better than a Ranger. Yeah.
Your only purpose in life is to kill for me.
Yeah. Anyways, good little last diss there. Okay, well, I think we mentioned some awesome vehicles that either I want parked in my garage, or I'm just gonna become like an awesome Jay Leno and just have like every fantasy vehicle parked in my garage once I'm a millionaire.
But why don't we play a little game, man? Why don't we wrap?
Yeah,
up
let's wrap up and let's do the game.
This game is Name That Acronym. So we have been provided a series of acronyms from organizations, or I don't know, maybe these are food items. I don't know what they are, but
It's just acronyms.
It's just acronyms.
Because
So
everybody knows the military is made of acronyms.
made of acronyms. And that's how you talk. You pretty much talk all the time in acronyms.
okay.
But so we're going to go over these acronyms. We're going to try to figure out what organization or where they are derived from.
Okay,
So
it's exciting. Let's do it, man. Oh, warm up round. I like how there's a warm up, and it's probably just gonna be super easy, and the rest are just gonna destroy.
we're going to get 1 out of 10.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, acronyms is my strength. So, COD. That's an easy one.
That's an easy one. That's Call of Duty. That's
there
right.
we go. That's an
right.
easy.
Like that.
Okay,
That
you
is
got the
correct.
That is correct. Okay, the next one is from Archer or real life. ISIS.
I feel like this has multiple. I was going to say multiple answers. Okay, so isn't this? It's Islamic State, right?
Yeah, it's Islamic State of Iraq and Syria.
Iraq and Syria. Okay,
Yes.
there you go.
That is correct.
Yeah, but then there's also ISIL-K, which is the Islamic State of Iraq, and it's the Levant or something like that. And there's also Daesh.
Oh, wow. Dang.
Sorry,
That's also all true. But what is ISIS in regards to Archer for bonus points?
This is the
you
organization. No, I know.
I
It's
don't.
the organization he works for, right?
Yeah, the institution.
Correct. That's the spy agency that Archer and everyone
Okay.
works for.
Okay, is it the institution of spies in
Service? Secret.
secretude?
And service.
I love the stretch. No, it's International Secret Intelligence Service,
Okay,
That actually sounds legitimate a little bit.
it does.
except that it's ISIS.
Yeah, I've seen Archer, but I've never paid attention because I was like, oh, ISIS, that's funny. Uh-huh.
All right, next one. Cameron, I think I know this one.
You
but
know
I'm
that
gonna
I
give
don't
you
know
two
what.
first.
Yeah,
Shield
from the
MCU.
I don't know what that
Agents
means.
of Shield.
Agents of Shield. That's way too big
You
of
want
an
to
acronym.
give a stab at it?
Superheroes.
Yep.
Really?
No.
Okay. Oh, way to let me down easy, man. Yeah, I have no idea.
All right. Okay. Now the pressure's on.
Yeah.
It's the Strategic Homeland Intelligence. Wait. It's Strategic Homeland. Oh man. See, now I'm gonna mess it up. Strategic Homeland Intelligence Enforcement and Logistics Division. Strategic Homeland. Ah man.
Intelligent Enforcement
No.
Logistics.
It's Strategic
Division.
Homeland. What's the I? Strategic Homeland.
Institution.
No. Intelligent Enforcement Logistics Division. See, now I messed it up.
I'll give that one to you because
Yeah?
you're so close. It's Intervention.
Intervention and
Strategic
Enforcement.
Homeland Intervention Enforcement Logistics Division.
Gotcha.
SHIELD. And that's actually only in the MCU. In the comics, it's different.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
changed over the years.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
But
Rebranded.
very good. I'm very proud of you.
No, thanks.
So you guys are actually you're 2 for 2. Counting the warm up, you're 3 for 3. So
Yeah.
you're doing great.
I honestly, for this next one, I don't know what this means.
I don't, and it's funny. I feel like the little 14-year-old kids in my Twitch stream would know this one better than I would. But it's MARSOC.
Yeah, so
It's the
MARSOC.
Marine
Special
Force Recon,
Operations,
right?
Yeah, don't say that.
Oh.
They're a little bit bigger. So
Okay.
they're like, MARSOC is pretty much their like highest tier of they're like DevGru for the Marines.
Okay.
So honestly, I can give this one a shot. And it's funny because I don't know what this acronym means, but nobody really knows what they do. And it's funny because like I've met a couple MARSOC guys, and I'm always like, so what is it? What did you say you do here? And they're always like, oh, we don't fucking know, man. It's like, what do you guys do? But no, okay. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I think it's the Marine Amphibious Reconnaissance Special Operation Command. Am I correct?
You're not, but it's only because MARSOC is actually a really tricky one. It's the MAR part, I think, just stands for Marines.
Oh, Marine Special Operation Command.
Well, it's Marine Forces Special Operations Command. So I'm going to give that one to you because it's super tricky.
Yours was a lot more creative.
Mine was.
Of course, knowing that they're Marines, I can totally understand that they would use 3 letters to do one word.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to forget halfway through the acronym, so...
Yeah. Okay, so Marine Forces Special Operations Command. That makes sense.
We love our
I'm going to write that down. We do love you guys.
This one, I did not even know that this was an acronym.
I didn't know either.
Cobra from G.I. Joe. Like why would a terrorist organization hell-bent on ruling the world give themselves an acronym? We're like, we're Cobra. It's a snake, and we're going to come after you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But then again, I'm a very simple man.
We strike hard, fast.
Strike. Okay, I mean, you want to we can take a guess.
Man,
coalition of bad
radical armies.
assholes.
Radical, yeah.
What is Cobra?
It's pretty badass. It's criminal organization of bloodiness, revenge, and assassination.
Whoa! I want to join Cobra.
Yeah, I would have. Any Cobra
I like how they call
recruiters?
themselves a coalition.
I like how they're like coalition of bloodiness.
No, it's not. It's criminal organization.
Criminal organization.
So they're like right out from the gate. They're like, we're criminals.
We're criminals.
And there's 3 things we like to do. We like to get bloody. We like to do revenge. And we like to assassinate people.
Very specific skill set.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
G.I. Joe. I didn't know that. That's kind of funny. That adds a little bit more humor to G.I. Joe. And is that like Shield? Has it changed, or it's always been that?
They've always been that.
Wow.
Okay. Very cool.
Right on.
FARP is easy. That's our next one.
What's FARP?
It's a forward airfield refueling point.
Oh, that's the thing on the front of a
No. That's so that'll be a location forward overseas. So like when air assets overseas, they'll have a FARP, and you actually have one platoon usually pulls FARP security, which they'll land on the airfield because that's basically as far as they can go to where the air assets refuel. So they don't always have to go back. They can go to the FARP to refuel and continue waiting.
Nice. FARP.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. That's correct, right?
I'm going to give it to you.
That probably messed up.
It said forward area refueling point.
Area.
Not airfield. But I'm going to give it to you because...
Forward area.
An airfield is technically an area.
Yes, that's why I'm giving it to you.
Okay.
But so far, guys, you've missed one. So
that's
for
great.
All the pissing and moaning about how difficult this would be,
Yeah,
you've done really
complaining
well.
at Chris's games.
That's fine.
All
Chris
right.
is so offended. He's like, I come up with these games.
I work so hard to come up with these, and then you guys are like, Chris,
I'm like, this sucks.
you really gave us the 5-knuckle shuffle.
Yeah. All right, what's the next one?
The BLT. Now,
this one has to be. We're talking about Sammy? We're talking about...
no?
Wait,
so it's
what?
not a bacon, lettuce, tomato.
Not a... Okay.
I mean, it is that, but it's
But it
not
says-
that in this instance.
Okay.
But in this instance, it says real life. So...
Well, it's a
Something in real
real-life military term.
Real life BLT.
Oh.
Yeah. When it says real life, it means it's a military term.
Base level terrain, battle level threat, maybe no battle level. Wait, BLT. Wait. No, oh sorry, I was thinking of Blue Force Tracker. I was thinking of BFT. Never mind. I'm done. I'm out of ideas.
Cam, you want to hazard a guess?
How do you know? Can you give us a hint? Is it for planning?
Can you give us context?
I'll give you the first word,
Uh-huh.
and you're still not going to get it. Battalion.
Battalion level training.
No, it's battalion landing team.
What is this?
I didn't make it up. I found
What
it
is
on the
it?
internet, so it's
Yeah,
gotta be true.
you're probably on like Wikipedia acronym, like Millpedia or something. Dude, what?
These
the
were
Battalion
discontinued after
landing
World War
team?
II. No, I don't know. Battalion
That
landing.
has to be. What? Do you have any context behind that acronym, or are you just like this one's gonna?
What do
fuck
they
'em?
do?
I just picked one that was fun because it's BLT.
Yeah.
I picked the weirdest sounding ones like FARP.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
Well, that one's I know FARP. So.
Okay.
Okay. So next one, BPRD
From Hellboy. I got
from
this
Hellboy.
one.
You know, is this the organization they work
Yep,
for?
this is the organization they work for.
The
It's
Bureau-
the fist with the sword,
Yeah.
you know?
Isn't that the Bureau of Paranormal?
Research and
Research and
defense.
Defense.
So between the two of us, we got it.
Ding, 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 ding.
I remember.
ding.
I love Hellboy.
Yeah,
love
me
Hellboy.
too, man.
You guys got most of them. You did like 80% of it.
You're right.
We
We're
technically
really good
were
at
right
this.
with BLT, bacon, lettuce, tomato.
Yeah, I'll give you half credit.
I'm never going to complain about a game ever again.
Yeah. Okay. This next one is real life too. Mop. So you know Mop Gear, right?
Wait. See, mission. Wait. You said it once in one of our early gameologies, man.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know
oriented,
it,
protective, posture.
yes,
Oh, I got it.
100%. That's correct.
that's correct. Nice, dude. It honestly makes zero sense too. 'Cause
Yeah.
it makes no. It's like
there's
Mop
no reference to any kind of clothing.
Gear. It says protective.
Okay,
But modular, yeah, dude, fuck that. All I know is it's like, if it has to do with mop, I'll hate it because that gear sucks.
No breathing.
No breathing.
all
You
sweaty.
can't pee.
Yep.
You got to poop yourself. It's not
much.
a good time. But that's the last one. We did it.
We did it. We made it
That's
through.
great. Good job. That's it, man.
That's all we got for you, folks.
We wrapped it up. I hope you had as much fun as we did.
Yes, and we had a lot of fun. So
We
it's
had
a pretty high
a
standard.
great
so.
amount of fun.
But if you all right. So yeah, we're gonna get out of here. We hate you all.
Close this out, dude.
This,
Close this
yeah.
out.
We're releasing, folks. We appreciate you joining us. We release a new episode of the podcast every Wednesday. If you want to get in touch with us, you can go to PCFM Podcast on Instagram, or you can write us an email at pcfmpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to hang out with me a little bit more, I stream on Twitch live every Monday and Wednesday from 3 to 8 p.m. and every Friday morning from 7 a.m. until noon. You can go to twitch.tv/myhappyself.
And if you want to support my streetwear brand, KitGod, you can go ahead and find us on Instagram at kitgodapparel.com or go on our website at www.kitgodapparel.com.
Until then, take it easy, folks. And remember, no matter where you go, you're in a place where you're at. That's where you are. There you go.
Insert motivational quote here.
Hello, Saver. Whether you're saving for that trip to the tropics or saving for an emergency, now is the time to take advantage of Wells Fargo's savings options. Wells Fargo offers savings accounts that can help you save towards your goals. So, what are you saving for? Visit a Wells Fargo branch or wellsfargo.com/save to open a savings account today.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.